Hey everybody, it's your boy, the Guerrilla CEO, Jamal Lockhart. Guerrillapreneur Strategic Real Estate Investment. I'm not next, I'm now. And welcome to the REI Chill podcast. And we at episode 3. Why episode 3? Who knew? So thank you guys for all the love. We are on Spotify. We are using Anchor for this podcast, a great app. So people that wanted to make a podcast and get your word out there, Anchor is the way to go and make your podcast. And we got some good information today. We're going to keep it, we're going to make it a brief for maybe about 15-20 minutes, but we're going to make it brief. There's some big changes in commercial real estate going on. I wanted to make you aware of it. There's a video by Jerry Norton, and if you check my Instagram page as well as my Facebook feed, you can see that video there about the big changes in wholesaling. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, in January 19, 2021, their courts have made a mandate now that wholesalers have to be licensed. That wholesalers have to be licensed, and it's going to change drastically as we head into 2021. That the government is now regulating wholesaling. That's the big thing, for wholesalers. And there's a lot of things going on. So I want to bring you some information on what's going down. And so Philly. Other places as well. Illinois has done that as well, where you have to have control over contracts, that wholesalers cannot market contracts that they do not own. Oklahoma as well has done some things so far as regulating wholesaling. So this is a trend that's becoming, is gaining steam. It's gaining steam. So, will other states do that? Possibly. And as we move into 2021 and the forbearances are starting to kick in, evictions are starting to kick in, things of that nature, foreclosures, more foreclosures than ever before, we will see changes in the real estate landscape. So I just wanted to, bring you some information on that and have a nice chat today. So the gentleman's name is Mr. Alan Dom, that was sitting on this commission. And Mr. Alan Dom, and he's also a licensed broker. So wholesalers sometimes catch a bad rap against realtors. Good wholesalers sometimes can make more than realtors. Realtors get a percentage, of a certain deal. Wholesale fees and assignment fees on for wholesalers can be a little bit larger than what realtors get. So sometimes that can cause a little bit of dissension between realtors and wholesalers. And I try to keep good relationships with realtors so I can do agency deals and get double dip deals where I can provide the realtor with 6% as the listing agent and the buying agent. So I try to keep good relationships with realtors and brokers, especially in commercial brokers. That's how I got 15 billion, 20 billion in commercial real estate listings, by making good relationships. But this is what Mr. Alan Dom had to say about wholesalers. He said, all people deserve fair market value for their homes. Everyone deserves to work with knowledgeable people and in order to make the right decision about their financial future. So what he's saying is basically that that they feel that wholesalers are cheating people, that they're cheating people out of proper deals and proper knowledge. So this is a trend. This is something that is going to become a trend. So I'm going to take preventative measures, and I contacted a local college in my area, and I'm gonna get my real estate license. Guerillapreneur, I'm going to be, I'm still going to be the CEO of my own strategic real estate investment company, Guerillapreneur, but I'm going to have the license. I'm going to have the license. One, I think it makes me a better wholesaler, having a license where I can know all the avenues of real estate. Like I said in podcast 1, I want to travel all the lanes in real estate. Commercial, residential, land, shipping container homes. I want to travel all the avenues. So having the license makes me a stronger entity. And like I said, sometimes you can't swim against the tide. Sometimes you just gotta take it on the chin. If this is gonna happen and they want me licensed anyway, just go ahead and get that done. In case it should happen, because Philly, that's Philadelphia. That's Philadelphia. That's right near New York. That's right near Maryland. That's right near New Jersey. And those are strong areas in real estate. So that can change the landscape if they start to regulate in every state in the country. So we can see some big changes. But now, like Illinois, in Illinois you need a license to do some wholesaling, right? And if you have any infraction, if you give false information or you mislead people, the fine can be as high as $25,000 per infraction. In the state of Illinois. Oklahoma has passed a law that regulates, like I said, homes that you do not own. So you cannot advertise a home as a wholesaler if you do not have the contract and ownership of that home. So each state is different. And in Oklahoma, it's called the Predatory Real Estate Wholesaler Prohibition Act. This is really something. This is really something. But now, how I feel wholesalers are a blessing, and we catch a bad rap. I'll give you a story. I was doing some things on Craigslist, looking for some FSBOs for sale by owners on Craigslist, and I happened to contact the gentleman. I won't give the gentleman's name. This was in East Cleveland. So I'm contacting the gentleman, and I go into my stick, and I was still new at the time, so he might have picked up that I was a wholesaler right away by my stick, but I was coming in with my script. So he just shut it down right away. Shut it down. The gentleman was very rude, and I didn't take it personal because like I said, every no gonna lead you to a yes. But at that moment coming in, I kind of realized that wholesalers at times are looked down upon, right? But then we must look at the reason. Why is this? Why are wholesalers looked down upon? Right? We need to really look at that and examine that. You know what I'm saying? I feel sometimes with wholesaling, it's not looked as an up practice because people don't treat it like a business and more like a hustle. But there's nothing wrong with having hustle. But if you have a real estate business, you are in business. So there's certain things that you have to do as an entity in business to make sure you're ethical, that you're upright, that you're doing the right things towards the people that you're trying to help. And we all want to make money. Yeah, that's cool, making money. But it has to be done in a way that's ethical and straightforward and above board. You know what I'm saying? I've seen some cats do some things, man, in the short time I've been in, changing prices on the fly and things like that, and being disrespectful to sellers and things like that, or a buyer may not want to deal with you for whatever reason, and you're going off on the buyer. Like I said, it gives the trade a bad name. It gives wholesaling a bad name because people think that we just out to make the quick buck. Guerrillapreneur, I treat this as a business. This is my life. This is what I'm doing. Not just me. My wife is involved in this. I've got good people that's on my team that's involved in this. So I always take it seriously. I always try to put myself and present myself in the best light, the best possible light that I can present myself in, on social media, on YouTube, on Facebook, Instagram, in the podcast, on the street, when people meet me and people say, hey, that's the Guerrilla CEO, I always want to be seen up and up. So I'm going to do things that are up and just straight up. I'm not going to discredit myself, and I'm not going to discredit the industry I'm in to make it better for other wholesalers. So just want to drop this on you. We got some good things going on in real estate. And let me know what you think too. Let me know what you think about what's going on with wholesaling being regulated. The government now regulating wholesaling in certain states. Like I said, I think this is something that we're going to see in other states. So we're going to prepare for it, and I'm going to prepare for it because I'm just going to get this license. I'm going to get the real estate license and just have it, as a protection. Like I said, sometimes you can't swim against the tide. Sometimes you can't swim against the tide. You got to flow with it. So I'm going to flow with it and get this done. But let's go a little bit deeper on this, so far as the regulation of wholesale, falsified information. That's one topic that they feel that needs to be eradicated. Falsified information that that people are inflating numbers and things of that nature to get better deals. I think as a wholesaler, you always got to be fair. Your numbers got to be right for seller and buyer, but you always try to be fair. There's certain situations where the number just don't work, but you just don't falsify information. That's just not right. Misrepresenting value was also one that Philly really was looking at. Misrepresenting value of a property. Saying the property is this, saying the property is that, saying the ARV is this and it's really not. saying that it needs a certain amount of repair, where maybe a whole rehab, and they're not really reporting the right information. So it's a lot of things going on with this that we really have to look out for in the near future. You know what I'm saying? That they really cracking down, and that's Philadelphia. And that's a major city. Like I said, I think in the future, we really have to bring the credibility of wholesaling up, and there's some guys that are doing it. Guys that I respect, Chris Pyers, I'm saying? I got a lot of respect for him. Original Real Estate Ballers, Land Flipper, Brandon Armstrong, some Catera Home. There's some people out here that's really doing it. Miss Toddy Lod, Nick X Gory, Lyrin Cohen, Beth Underhill, people that I respect, and they're professional people I respect, like Zul Abdullah and Mariah Stark Ridgeway of Home Vestors, great company that do great things. But if they're going to regulate this, we need to get ready. Philly also said this in this commission that they're finding that homeowners are being lied to and deceived, that they're straight up being lied to about certain issues on contracts and things of that nature. So again, this is just us really checking ourselves, really checking ourselves and watching what we're doing. Pretty much a statement they had put out was they are attempting to curb the most predatory and out of control tactics of residential property wholesaling. That's a mouthful. Wow. You know what I'm saying? Predatory. And there's some things, okay, this is my real stick on it. As we move into these forbearances, the foreclosures and mass evictions, the government is not stupid. The government sees that there's a lot of money to be made. And wholesalers see it too, because it's already happening. Like I said, multifamilies in my areas is buzzing. You get a multifamily, it's flying right off the shelf, So, the government sees this. They know what's going on, and it's going to be a lot of money coming up in properties due to what's going on, due to situations of the pandemic and our current economic situation. So they're not stupid. So they're watching that. So I feel, an opportunity. There's always going to be opportunity, especially in times like this. If you look at the Great Depression, there was opportunity. Millionaires were made in the Great Depression. We're going through the same type of thing, but be ethical. Be a wholesaler that really, you want to make money, of course, but you want to help people. Make sure that you're helping people solve real estate problems and real life problems, and that way you can be a beacon in the wholesale community. Hey man, that guy is really doing things up and up. He helps people, and then that model is the one that we want to follow. Okay, one thing I think, if things do get regulated, all the jump and all the get rich quick guys, they're gonna fall off. Because you get a lot of people that's coming in the wholesaling because they think it's a get rich quick thing, and it's not. You know what I'm saying? You really have to do your due diligence, your work, set up your business right. It's business. You know what I'm saying? But I think if it does get regulated in throughout the country, you're gonna see a lot of these guys just fall off. They're not gonna put in their due diligence to get the license to stay in the game. And just really become good wholesalers. So I think we're going to see a change in things up and coming. And I just wanted to bring this to you because it's heavy. Philly, Illinois, Oklahoma starting to regulate, and we got to get ready for this. So the Guerrilla CEO going to be the Guerrilla CEO with a realty license. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to get ready for it. But as always, I just love bringing y'all content. This one is a little short because I just want to kind of keep it on one topic. I didn't want to drift. But, excuse me, got a little cold today. But, I want to deal out all my shout outs, big shout out to the whole Guerrillapreneur team, my beautiful wife Stephanie Lockhart. Lyrin Cohen, man, we're going to get close on that 17. We got 770K coming at you, 770K coming at you on the 17 unit. Big shout out to my boy Lilo out in Cleveland. Big shout out to Miss Tara Holmes, who had a great live the other day that I was on, and she was just really doing her thing. Big shout out to her. Big shout out to all the wholesalers I'm working with. Big shout out to J. Deep Ubaya. Big shout out to Mr. Sergio. Again, Lyrin Cohen. Big shout out to Yogi W. Mall. Big shout out to Original Real Estate Ballers. Big shout out to Brandon Armstrong. Big shout out to Land Flipper. Big shout out to the whole Instagram crew, my whole YouTube crew, my whole Facebook crew. Big shout out to everybody. I appreciate you just listening all the time. I really, really do. It just makes me know that I'm in the right direction and doing the right thing in real estate. And I'm gonna make me some tea with some honey today so I can get this little, I got a little stuff out there being out in the cold, doing some assignments on rehab, a little cold in Ohio coming through. But other than that, your boy is well and blessed and I want you to be well and blessed as well. And man, yeah, let's get it. But watch for the regulations, y'all. Watch what's going on in your state. Keep your ear to the ground so you know what's going on in this business, in wholesale real estate, commercial real estate. Know what's going on. And so far from what I'm saying, this is just really attaching itself to residential real estate. Wholesalers that's doing residential stuff, not so much commercial. But like I said, man, this could have a ripple effect. It could have a ripple effect. Like, you drop that pebble in the lake and you see the ripples, and the ripples just spread all the way out. You know what I'm saying? So this could have a ripple effect. So we need to really watch that. Like I said, the link for the entire video so you can get the full 411 is on my Instagram feed and on my Facebook feed by Mr. Jerry Norton, flippingmastery.com. Like I said, big shout out to all the cats that I watch coming in, like Mr. Norton, like Max Maxwell, like Chris Crone, like Noel Randall, like Gerald Harris, Danielle Pierce. So many people that I watch, too numerous to name. I also want to give a big shout on the mental tip to a gentleman by the name of Wesley $1 Million Virgin, man. This guy got a way of getting you focused and motivated, and I'm always want to share things that keep me motivated, keep me going in business. And remember, business is about mindset. You got to have your mind right to do this. Your mind and your spirit got to be into it. Like I said, I love real estate. I love what I'm doing. So I got to bring that energy and passion. And again, thank you, cats, for just joining me. All you guys and gals that's enjoying the podcast and leaving me love. I appreciate you so much. And we'll catch you on the next episode, the REI Chill podcast. Talk to you soon. Later. Peace.